Good morning, everybody. I am Dr. Dhoni Vaishnath, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government Postgrad College, KR from Bangalore. Today, I am going to discuss about coordination compounds of 6th semester BSc Chemistry 7, that is the inorganic chemistry, which is affiliated to Bangalore and Bangalore North University. In this whole big topic, coordination chemistry, divide into subtopics, and today I have to going to discuss coordination compounds 1. In this I have to discuss introduction, types of the salts with definition and examples, differences between double salts and complex salt, classification of complex compounds, types and definitions with examples, ligands, definitions and examples, classification of the ligands based on number of pairs of electrons donates, classification of ligands based on electrical charge. That I have to discuss detail one by one. Now, introduction. Inorganic salts are classified into, that is, three types. First one is simple salt. Those salts which are made up of only one type of cations and only one type of anions are called simple salt. Simple here, those, that is salts which contains only one type of the cation and only one type of the anion, and the salt is made no, that is called as a simple salt. Examples, suppose this is the sodium chloride. When they dissolve in water, it produces Na plus and Cl minus. It contains only one type of the cation and only one type of the anion. Therefore, here chloride one type of the radical, that is a anion, and sodium as a cation. It is only one type of the cation or radical. These are combination we get, that is salt. Therefore, this salt sodium chloride is called as a simple salt. Now similarly I have to take, that is aluminum sulfate. This is the formula for aluminum sulfate is Al2SO4 taken thrice. And now this is the, when dissolved in water, it produces two molecules, two atoms of aluminum plus 3 ions plus 3 of sulfate minus 2 ions. Here 3, even though it is aluminum is only one type, after that is a dissolving, it gives, that is only one type of the cation, that is called as a aluminum. Here numbers are 2, but type is only one aluminum, and sulfate here the 3 in numbers, but it is only one type of the, that is a anion, and therefore this is called as a simple salt. Another example quote I have to here, barium chloride. When they dissolve in water, it produces Ba plus 2 plus 2 Cl minus ion. Therefore, only one type of the cation and only one type of the anion. Therefore, it is called as a simple salt. Again, similarly, I have take sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate, two atoms are 2 of sodium plus ion and CO3 minus 2. This is the another type. Therefore, only one type, that is the one type of the cation and only one type of the anion, hence it is called as a simple salt. Next, coming to the double salt. Those salts which are obtained by a combination of two simple salts, when they dissolve in water, they produce all their constituents ions, and also the properties of each ion are retained in the solution are called double salts. Now here simple, this is the salt is combination of two simple salts, and when they dissolve in water, they produces all their constituents ions, and property of each ions can be tested by using a simple that is a procedure of particular radical or ion, that is called as a double salt. Example is more salt. More salt is nothing but it is also called as a ferrous ammonium sulfate. Ferrous ammonium sulfate, that is 6 water molecules along with that. Therefore, it is a crystal, and which is made up of we have to write that is a ferrous sulfate. This is the simple salt because Fe one type of the radical, SO4 minus 2, that is another type, therefore it is called as simple. Ammonium sulfate also there, that is a 2 of NH4 plus and SO4 minus 2, therefore it is a simple. And water is nothing but hydrate, just like a to form the crystals, so it is a solvent and it form, that is a combination after it get, that is a ferrous ammonium sulfate. Yeah, ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate, it is a double salt. Why? The question may ask why the ferrous ammonium sulfate or more salt is a double salt. Means when they dissolve in water, what happen? This is the split up into how many? Here iron will be there. This is the Fe plus 2 sulfate here. That is a 2 sulfates are there. 2 of sulfate minus 2 ion and ammonium 2 NH4 plus ion. Therefore, 3 constituent ions will be formed. 2 are positive radical, 1 will be a negative radical. It contains more than one type of the anions, that is a cations, more than one type of the cations. And here the property of each ions are retained in the solution. Suppose we are carrying the confirmatory test for iron, that gives, that is a positive test for iron, therefore iron will be coming, that is a present. We are going to, that is a barium sulfate test, that is a for confirmatory test for sulfate, we will get, that is a barium is you are getting present. Ammonia means we are using, that is a Nessler reagent test, therefore it getting, that is a ammonium is present, therefore it indicate as a, this is the simple salts. Another one is potash alum. Potash alum is nothing but another that is a example of double salt, which contains, that is aluminum sulfate plus potassium sulfate. 24 H2O water molecules will be required to form a crystals. Therefore aluminum sulfate and potassium sulfate, 24 H2O is called as a potash alum. Potash alum is used as a, that is a for antiseptic agent. It is also called used as a antiseptic agent. And here this after, there is potash alum, no, it is a combination of 2 simple salts. When they dissolve in water, it produces all their constituent ions, and the properties of each ions are retained in the solution, or while testing that radical, that getting a positive, that is a present is getting, therefore it indicate as a, it is a simple. They may ask question again, why the potash alum is a double salt, means therefore when the this is the potash alum is a combination of 2 simple salt, aluminum sulfate and potassium sulfate, having a 24 H2O water molecules. When they dissolve in water, they produces aluminum, potassium and sulfate. These 3 radicals will be a different form. We can be tested by using a aluminum test, by using sodium hydroxide, then it get, that is a white curd precipitate, then it will be aluminum will be a present. Potassium, that is a picric acid test, we can be conduct, the potassium will be a getting present. Again sulfate, that is a barium chloride test, that will be again we will get, that is a present test, positive test. Therefore all constituents ions can be tested by using a simple test, therefore this is the again potash alum is a double salt. Third one is carnallite salt. Carnallite salt, in which it is a double salt. Why? It is a combination of 2 simple salt, potassium chloride and magnesium chloride, 6 H2O water molecules. Therefore potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, 6 H2O. Why it is a double salt, means again we have to say that is a when they dissolve in water, it produces, here potassium will be there, magnesium will be there and chlorides will be there. Therefore 3 different radicals will be produces in the solution there, and each radical can be tested by using a simple test, that is called as a, hence it is a double salt. They may ask why this carnallite is a double salt, means just you have to answer will be like that. Now next come to the third type of the simple, that is a salt, is nothing but complex salt, or it is called as a coordination compounds. Those salts which are obtained by the combination of 2 or more simple salts, but when they dissolve in water, they not produces all their constituents ions, and the properties of some of the ions are lost in the solution are called complex salt, or it is a complex salt, and complex salts are also called as a coordination compounds. Now here combination of two simple salts are there, but after combining, when they dissolve in water, the properties of some of the ion will be lost during the formation of double salt, formation of that salt by after the combination of two simple salt, and they all the sum of the ions property lost during the formation, hence they are called as a complex salt, or it is a complicated one. Therefore the study of complex salt, such salt called that is a coordination compounds, and therefore based on this chapter is that is based on only complex salt or coordination compounds. Now here example, KCl, potassium cyanide and silver cyanide. When this is the two simple salt, because potassium plus ion, Cn minus ion, therefore it is a simple salt. It contains only one type of the cation and only one type of the anion. Here also silver plus and Cn minus, only one type of the cation, only one type of the anion. When they combined with each other to form this like structure, therefore this like structure form when this is the potassium silver cyanide. Potassium silver cyanide, we say this like structure will be formed. Why this is complex salt means when they dissolve in water, they will not produce us. Here potassium will be there, so silver will be there, and cyanide will be there. We expect that is a three ions, that is potassium plus Ag plus and Cn minus we expect, but when they dissolve in water, it produces only K plus, and whole things will be a minus. Therefore the potassium will be getting that is a positive test, but silver will not give that is a positive test, and cyanide will not give that is a positive test. Therefore the silver and cyanide goes into a complex ion. It is in the form of other something different. It combined with each other and it gives that is a different type of the radical, and that is called as a complex ion. Therefore while we are testing the potassium test by using picric acid, it getting that is present, but we are going to that is testing for silver getting absent, and cyanide getting absent. This indicate as a this salt is that is a potassium silver cyanide is not a double salt, but it is a complex salt. The properties of silver and cyanide will be a merges with each other, and hence it is called as a complex one. Similarly, another example, copper sulfate plus ammonia. When they reacted, we are adding each other to form that is a cuproammonium sulfate. Cuproammonium sulfate is a complex salt. Why? When they dissolve in water, we expect there is copper plus 2 ion, ammonium plus ion, and sulfate minus 2 ion. But it will not produces all their constituent ions, but it produces only sulfate minus 2, and copper and ammonium, no, they combined with each other and to form a new that is a ion, and therefore the property of copper and ammonium loses during the formation of that is a salt called that is a complex. Therefore they called as a copper is getting absent, it gives that is a negative test for copper, and ammonium gives that is a test for ammonium, it is getting a negative test, but sulfate is getting positive test. Therefore we say that is only sulfate will be present, but not copper is absent, and copper will be absent and ammonium will be absent, and hence it is say that is a this salt is a that is a complex salt. Third example, potassium cyanide and iron cyanide. Suppose we are combined with each other to form that is a potassium ferrocyanide. Potassium ferrocyanide, they may ask that is why the potassium ferrocyanide is a complex salt or coordination compound. Means when this is the obtained by a combination of two simple salt, but when they dissolve in water, they will not produce all their constituent ions. Here potassium will produce the ion, but properties of iron and cyanide are lost during the formation of salt in the solution, and hence it is a complex ion. Hence it is a complex compound. We simply say that is Why it is complex means it contains a complex ion. What are complex salts means? We simply, that is a one word sentence means, answer means those salts which contain at least one complex ion, or it contains a complex ion called, that is a complex salt or coordination compounds. We can be defined like that, but this is the definition is correct one. This is the you have to write systematically. Now coming to that is a differences between, that is a double salts and complex salt. Now by definition itself, these are obtained by the combination of two simple salts, and they produces all their constituent ions when they dissolve in water. These are now here complex salt. These are obtained by combination of two simple salts, and they not produces all their constituent ions when they dissolve in water. They will not produce all their constituent ions. The property of each ion of these salts retain in the solution. Therefore, all radicals can be tested by using a simple test, and they get, that is a positive test. Whereas the properties of some of the ions of these salts lost in the solution. Therefore, the all test for will not give, that is a positive test for all constituent ions, hence it is called as a complex salt. Example, it is a more salt or ferrous ammonium sulfate we can give, that is the example, and here potassium ferrocyanide is the one of the example of complex salt or coordination compounds. This is the difference between double salt and complex salt. Now coming to, that is a classification of complex compound. Based on the electrical charge present, complex compound can be classified into following types. One is cationic complex compound, another one is anionic complex compound, and third one is, that is a neutral complex compound. Therefore, there are based on the electrical charge present on the complex, they are classified into three categories. First one is cationic complex compound. You say that is simple. Those complex compound which contain positive complex ion called, that is a cationic complex compound. Example, suppose you say that is a cuproammonium sulfate. When they dissolve in water, what it produces? CuNH3 taken 4 times plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. Therefore, this contains a positive complex ion will be present. The positively charged complex, the positive charge on the complex ion will be there, and negative charge will be present on the simple ion. Hence, it is called as a complex cationic, that is a cationic complex compound. This also we have to give, that is a hexamine, that is, say that is hexamine cobalt 3 chloride. This is the hexamine cobalt 3 chloride is the example. This is the, when they dissolve in water, they produces, what happen here? They produces that is cobalt NH3 taken 6 times. This will be plus 3, and that is Cl plus 3Cl minus. Therefore, this is the contains a complex ion, that is positively charged complex sphere will be a produces when they dissolve in water, and hence it is called as a cationic complex compound. Similarly, anionic complex compound, those complex compound which contains negative complex ion. Simply we say that is a similar to, this is the 90% answer will be same here. Simple, those complex compound which contain negative complex ion are called anionic complex compound. Examples you quote here, potassium ferrocyanide. When they dissolve in water, it produces 4K plus and plus FeCN6 4 minus. Therefore, this coordination sphere will be a present in the, that is a complex ion. It is a negatively charged, and potassium will be a simple ion, and hence it is called as a anionic complex compound. It contains a negatively charged complex ion, hence it is called as a that is a anionic complex compound. Similarly, potassium ferricyanide, the same, that is a here to the same, when they dissolve in water, 3K plus, that is a simple salt, simple ion, plus This is the complex ion 3 minus. Therefore, this is the whole coordination sphere will be a takes place, that is due to negative complex ion. Hence, it is called as a anionic complex compound. Now, next come to the neutral complex compound. Those complex compound which does not contain either positive nor negative complex ion are called neutral complex compounds. We say that is this doesn't contain any positive or negative complex ion, hence they are called as a neutral complex compound. This is the say that is a tetracarbonyl nickel 0. Tetracarbonyl nickel 0, this is the example. When they dissolve in water, they will not produce any electrical charge because the left side coordination sphere, the left side of the coordination sphere or right side of the coordination sphere, there is no ions will be present and they will not produce, they will not dissociate into ions. The remaining that is in the solution, this is the remains as it is, therefore it is called as a neutral in nature. Similar to that one, there is pentacarbonyl iron 0. This is the another one. This similar to this, when they dissolve in water, they will not produce any electrical charge, hence it is called as a neutral complex compound. Now next come to that is ligands. Ligands definition, it is the most important. A molecule or ion or species which can donate at least one pair of electron to the central metal ion or atom for the formation of coordinate bonds called ligands. Ligands means anything which has the ability to donate at least one pair of electrons to the central metal atom for the formation of coordinate bond. Coordination bond is nothing but the both the electrons comes from only one atom, and a bond is exists between the two atoms called that is a coordination bond or coordinate bond. Hence, here ligands are nothing but it is the electron rich species and metal is nothing but electron deficient. The interaction between the electron rich species and electron deficient species, a bond will be formed. The bond will be formed by flowing the electrons from the ligand to the metal, and that is called as a coordinate bond. Therefore, we say that is anything or a molecule or ion or species which has the ability to donate at least one pair of electron to the central metal atom for the formation of coordinate bonds are called ligands. Now come to that is a example. Ligands may be again here. Ligands may be negative ligands or positive ligands or neutral ligands depending on the electrical charges. We will come later on. Now examples here, chloro, that is here in inorganic chemistry, just that is we say that is suppose it is a radical, we can chloride we have read as a chloride, but if the chloride this is the act as a ligand, then it is you utter as a name chloro, not chloride, chloro. Next, nitrosonium, No plus. This is the positive charged ligand. It has the ability to donate lone pair of the electron to the central metal atom because presence of lone pair of electrons present on the nitrogen atom. Now pyridine, it contains, it is a pyridine, that is a nitrogen contains a lone pair of electron. It has the ability to donate lone pair of electron to the central metal atom for the formation of coordinate bond. Therefore, it is called as a neutral one. Amine, therefore we say that is a it is a we should not be say that is a ammonia. It is a just say that is a amine when it is act as a ligand. Due to the presence of the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom, it has the ability to donate the pair of the electron to the central metal atom for the formation of coordinate bond. Hence, we are giving that is a these are called as a ligands. Therefore, they may ask there is a 2 marks question. What are ligand? Give an example means you have to just say this like, and you have to give any one example for this is the ligands. Now coming to that is the classification of the ligands. Ligands can be classified based on the number of pairs of the electron donated to the central metal atom. Ligands are classified into 4 types. First one is monodentate ligand, or it is also called as a unidentate ligands. Monodentate ligand or unidentate ligands. Those ligands which can donate only one pair of the electron. Here mono means that is single, dentate means it has the ability to donate. Donor group will be a 1 or ligating atom will be a 1. Therefore it has a capacity to donate only one pair of the electron to the central metal atom for the formation of only one coordinate bond with metal. Hence it is called as a monodentate. Therefore we say that is those ligands which can donate only one pair of electrons to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of only one coordinate bond. Only one coordinate bond, and they contains only one ligating atoms or donor atom. Donor atom are called that is a monodentate ligand, or it is also called as a unidentate ligands. Example, here chloro will be nothing but it has the ability to donate only one pair of the electrons. Therefore it is called as a monodentate. Nitrosonium, it is only one pair of the electron. Pyridinium, it has the ability to donate only one pair of the electron. Again, amine, which has the ability to donate only one. Therefore these are all are that is a monodentate ligand. Now next, second classification is biodentate ligand. Those ligands which can donate only two pairs of the electron, two pair of electrons to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of two coordinate bonds, and they contains only two ligating atoms or donor atoms are called biodentate ligands. Here bi means two that is teeths are there to combine, or two sides are there to catch or that is attract the central metal atom, or two hands are there to bond with the central metal atom. Hence it is called as a biodentate ligand, and it having a two ligating atoms. Example is nothing but this is the in simple inorganic chemistry we say that is it is a oxalate, but it is in the naming in the if it is act as a ligand, therefore it is act as a oxalato. Then here hydrogenium, this is the two ligand, that is a donor groups, that is nitrogen, here nitrogen also, here oxygen atom, here oxygen atom donate. Therefore two at a time, these are the two handed, one molecule it having a two hands, and two at a time two bonds will be formed with that is central metal atom. Hence it is called as a biodentate ligand. Another example, that is a ethylene diamine. Here that is a nitrogen atom contains a lone pair of electrons, and the another nitrogen atom contains a lone pair of electrons. This can be donated the pair of the electron, this can be donated the pair of the electrons at a time. Therefore at a time two pairs of the electrons donates, and hence a two bonds formation takes place, and two ligating atoms are there, and hence it is called as a biodentate ligand. Next, tridentate ligand. Those ligand which can donates only three pairs of the electron to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of only three coordinate bonds. They contains only three ligating atoms or donor atoms are called tridentate ligands. Now example is nothing but diethylene triamine, diene, this is the abbreviation, but it is full form is nothing but diethylene triamine. Now here diethylene means this is the ethylene group, this is the ethylene group, that is here NH, here NH2, NH2 group. Therefore here three amine groups are, three nitrogen atoms are ligating atoms. They donate the three pairs of the electrons. Therefore this ligand having a three hands to catch the or to interact the central metal atom at a time. Therefore three bonds form with a one molecule of central metal atom. Hence it is called as a tridentate ligand. Next, another example, 2 prime 2 double prime terpyridine, that is a TERY means that is a terpyridine, that is a here this is numbering is nothing but here 1, that is a here 1, this is the 2 that is a 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. Here 1 prime 2 prime 3 prime 4 prime 5 prime 6 prime, whatever may be. Here again that is a 2 prime 3 sorry 1 that is a 1 double prime 2 double prime 3 double prime 4 double prime 5 double prime 6 double prime. This like structure means that is a 2. This ring we have to say that is a 1 2 3. This has 1 prime 2 prime 3 prime numbering, and here 2 double prime that is a 1 double prime 2 double prime, that like. Therefore at 2 2 position the nitrogen atoms are there, therefore 2 comma 2 prime or 2 double prime ter means 3 pyridine, that is a 3 pyridine molecules are there, and it has a ability to donate 3 pairs of the electrons at a time. Therefore 3 ligating atoms or donor groups present in one molecule of that is a terpyridine, hence it is called as a tridentate ligand. And next that is a fourth, that is the classification is nothing but polydentate ligand. Polydentate ligand is nothing but those ligands which can donate more than 3 pair of electrons. More than 3 pair of the electrons, any, that is it belongs to more than 3 pairs of the electrons to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of more than 3 coordinate bonds. They contains more than 3, that is a ligating or donor atoms are called, that is a polydentate ligands. More than 3 means that is poly here, that is just like a more than, that is a more than 3 donor group, they are called as a polydentate. An example we say that is a tetradentate, pentadentate, hexadentate, heptadentate, octadentate. These are all belong to that is a polydentate ligand. They are all that is belong to only polydentate ligand. Therefore we say that is a, you have to give the example for a specific example means tetradentate means it belongs to polydentate ligand. Pentadentate ligand means it belongs to that is a polydentate. Hexadentate ligand means it belongs to polydentate ligand. Therefore it will be having a more than 3 lone pair of the electrons donates. Now here first one is nothing but here triethylene tetraamine. Triethylene tetraamine means triene we are giving that is a example. Therefore triethylene means here the ethylene groups are 3, 1, this is the 2 and 3. Triethylene tetraamine, here nitrogen atom, here nitrogen, here there is a amine group, here amine group, that is a amine group and amine group, that is 4 amine group are there. Therefore 4 ligating atoms, here nitrogen heteroatoms, they have the ability to donate pair of the electrons. Therefore they having a 4 bonds, 4 hands will be there of one molecule. They can combine or attract the central metal atom at a time by 4 bonds. Therefore it is called as a tetradentate ligand. And best example for that is a tetradentate is it is belong to polydentate ligand. Tetradentate example is nothing but triethylene tetraamine is the example. Now another example, ethylene diamine tetraacetate. When tetraacetic acid it is simple inorganic salt, but when EDTA is nothing but ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid we are expanding, but when it is act as a ligand then we have to say that is only ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Means here acetate ions will be there, here ethylene diamine tetraacetate means ethylene 2 groups are there, here one ethylene group will be there, that is a what is that, here ethylene group will be there, another one will be a ethylene group, ethylene group will be there, this is the diamine will be there, and a tetraacetate, this is the acetate ion, 1, this is the 2, this is the 3 and this is the 4. Therefore here it has the ability here, what is that, this oxygen atom donate the pair of the electrons, this acetate ion has ability to donate. Therefore tetraacetate means they having a one pair of the electrons donate, means tetra means 4 pairs of the electron donated by the acetate ions, and 2 nitrogen extra atoms are diamino. The 2 nitrogen atoms are, they has the ability to donate the pair of the electrons. Therefore it is form a, that is a 6 pairs of the electrons donate. Therefore, only one molecule of the EDTA, it donates 6 pairs of the electrons to the central metal atom for formation of the 6 bonds. Therefore, it is called as a hexadentate ligand. Therefore, it contains a 6 ligating atoms, or we say it is having a, this molecule EDTA having a 6 hands to catch or to interact the central metal atom with 6 hands, and 6 bonds will be formed at a time. Therefore, it is called as a hexadentate. Give one example for hexadentate ligand means you have to give that is best example EDTA. And these are about that is a classification of that is a ligands based on the number of electrons donate to the central metal atom. Now coming to that is another, that is nature of the that is classification will be there. Another way of the classification of the ligands based on the electrical charges present. Ligands are classified into following 3 categories. First one is positive ligands, second one is negative ligands, and third one is neutral ligands based on the electrical charge. Those ligands which are possessed positive electrical charge, or they acquire a positive charge, or they bears positive electrical charge, called that is a positive ligands. Therefore, example here nitrosonium No plus, it is indicated as a positive charge, therefore it is called as a nitrosonium ion will be a, it is a positive ligand. Next, hydrogenium NH2 NH3 plus, this plus it indicate as it is a positively charged ligand. It attract the negative electric pole of the electricity, therefore it is called as a positive electric, that is a positive ligand simply. And third one is nitronium ion NO2 plus. These are the 3 example I have given for that is a positive ligands. Give one example for positive ligand means just you have to say, are based on the electrical charge, how the ligands are classified means into positive, negative and neutral you have to say. Another one is negative ligands. Those ligands which are possessed negative electrical charge are called negative ligands. Example you have to give, that is chloro Cl minus, nitrato you have to not, it is a simple ion is nitrate, but when it is act as a ligand, therefore it is called as a nitrato. I will come that is on later on how it is naming these ligands, therefore nitrato. Then oxo, that is a O minus 2 oxo. Then thiocyanato S, S is indicated as a, here ligating atom will be a sulfur, this is the S atom, that is sulfur. Here sulfur has the ability to donate the pair of the electrons, and nitrogen has the ability to donate the pair of the electrons at a time, but it only one atom will be act as a ligating atom, therefore here S is acting as a donor group in this molecule, and nitrogen cannot be act as a donor, hence it is called as a thiocyanato S. If it is nitrogen has the ability, then we say that is a thiocyanato N. That's all. These are the example for that is a neutral ligands. Negative ligands. Now coming to that is a neutral ligands. Those ligands which do not possess either positive or negative electrical charges are called that is a neutral ligands. Example, you say that is a amine, not amine, ammonia, it is a amine. NH3 is called as a amine. It do not possesses any electrical charge, therefore it is called as a amine, it is a neutral one. Aqua, that is water is it having a oxygen atom is a ligating atom, it has the ability to donate the one pair of the electron to the central metal atom, therefore it is a act as a monodentate ligand, hence it is a aqua, it doesn't contain any positive or negative charge, therefore for water when it is act as a ligand, then it became a naming is aqua. Then carbon monoxide, this is the carbon monoxide, when it is act as a ligand, then it is say there is a carbonyl, not carbon monoxide, but it is a carbonyl. Then oxygen O2, that is a dioxygen, it say that is a dioxygen. O2 is the dioxygen. N2 is the dinitrogen. These are all are doesn't possess any positive or negative electrical charge, hence they are called as a neutral ligands. Now next come to that is a special types of the ligands. Special types of the ligands. Now here there are two types of the special type of the ligands. One is called as a chelating ligands. Chelating ligands. Chelating ligands means those ligands except monodentate ligand. Monodentate ligand or unidentate ligand. That is exception will be a monodentate or unidentate ligands have a capacity to donate more than one pair of the electrons to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of coordinate bonds and to form a web-like or ring-like structure. This is the most important. Web-like or ring-like structure or complicated structure will be a form by making that is a donating at a time 2 or 3 or 4 pairs of the electron to the central metal atom, and the central metal will be a present in the center and surroundings, that is a ligand molecule will be a surround, and therefore it is a web-like structure or just like a ring-like structure will be a form, or just like a Spider-Man like, no, that is web, no, just like the Spider-Man will be a center and that is a web, no, that all that is web is surrounding around it. Therefore just like that a chelating or that type of the ligand card, that is a chelating ligands and are complex, that and the complex is called as a chelate. Therefore those ligands except monodentate or unidentate ligand has the ability to donate more than one pair of the electron to the central metal atom to form a coordinate bonds and to form a web-like or ring-like structures called that is a chelating ligands, and the complex is called as a chelates. Example here, ethylene diamine, it is a chelating ligand. Suppose we have to place that is a in chelating ethylene diamine, no, when it is suppose interact with copper, copper will be present here, the two molecules of the here present, and here it is a ring-like structure, it is present right here, and most of the portion will be surrounded by this molecule, and this that is another molecule occupied, that is most molecule. The other molecule cannot be go directly contact with that is a copper metal, hence it is a chelate ion. This is the chelating ion, or that is a it is a ring-like structure will be formed, and therefore it is a example for chelating ligands. Another example I quote here, that is I have to give that is another example for chelating ligand, means you have to give this example also, that is EDTA. Here EDTA, suppose the metal will be present at the center and it is surrounds, and it is all portions of outer portions, just like a army and king. King will be present at the center, it act as a metal, and army will be a surrounding around the king, and king protect, that is a from that is a army protect king from the other enemies, and hence it is just like a web-like structure or ring-like structure, that is called as a chelating ligands. Now coming to that is a another that is the types of the ligands, that is called as a ambidentate ligands. Ambidentate ligands. Now those monodentate ligands which can donates only one pair of the electrons to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of only one type of the coordinate bond, and it contains two ligating or two donor groups, but only one atom donates pair of the electrons at a time, called that is a ambidentate ligand. What is mean by ambidentate ligand means it is a special type of the unidentate ligand or monodentate ligand in which donor atoms are two and ligating donor atoms are two, but it coordinate only one atom with central metal atom. If one atom is donating the pair of the electrons, other atom cannot be donate, it remains as it is. If another atom donate the pair of the electron, the first atom will not be donated. That such type of the group or that is a ligand will be there, that is called as a monodentate ligand, that is a ambidentate ligand. Here example is thiocyanate S. Here sulfur has ability to donate the pair of the electrons. Here nitrogen is also a ability to donate. Here two ligating atoms are there, are donor groups, but at a time only one atom is act as a donor. Therefore here sulfur is act as a donor group, but nitrogen cannot be donated, and such type is called as a thiocyanate S. And another one is thiocyanate N. Suppose in this example, when nitrogen donate the pair of the electrons, the sulfur cannot be donate the pair of the electrons with the central metal atom. Therefore it is called as a ambidentate ligand. Another example, nitrito N, means nitrogen. Here N indicate as a nitrogen atom is a donor atom. Oxygen also has the ability to donate the pair of the electrons. Therefore we say that is a simply the oxygen atom is donate the pair of the electrons, but here nitrogen atom has to donate the pair of the electron. Oxygen atom cannot be donate the pair of the electrons. Here ONO minus means that is a nitrito O, means the oxygen atom is donate the pair of the electrons, and nitrogen cannot be donate the pair of the electrons, and the such type of the ligands are called as ambidentate ligands. Now come to that is a coordination number. The total number of, what is mean by coordination number? Give an example, means the total number of pair of electrons donated by the ligand to the central metal atom or ion for the formation of coordinate bond in the complex called that is a coordination number. How many pairs of the electrons donated by the all type of the ligand to the central metal atom called that is a its a coordination number. Now here example we say that is a here the coordination number. Here we say that is a example one, that is a in the say that is a potassium ferrocyanide. Example I quote here, potassium ferrocyanide, in which here the iron is present at the +2 here. This is the potassium is a common that is simple ion, but cyanide is act as a ligand. Here so cyanide this is the monodentate ligand. It donate one pair of the electrons at a time. Therefore 6 pairs of the electron donate. Therefore the coordination number is 6. In this molecule, in this complex, the sulfate is the simple ion and coordination pair will be here, and the amine will be a monodentate ligand, and 4 molecules donate the pair of the electrons. Therefore it the 4 pair of the electrons donate to the central metal, that is a copper ion. Copper ion in this complex is +2 oxidation state. Therefore ammonia 4 pair of the electrons, amine will be a donate the 4 pair of the electrons. Therefore coordination number is 4. Then another example here, ethylene diamine. This is the, and ethylene diamine, this is the bidentate ligand. It contains 2 pairs of the electrons. 2 pairs into, that is a 2 means 4 pair of the electrons donate to the central metal atom. And another chloro is nothing but it having a one, that is monodentate ligand. Therefore 2 chloro groups are there. Therefore 2 pairs of the electron, 2 pairs plus 4 pair of the electron. Therefore 6 pair of the electrons donate to the central metal atom, that is cobalt. Hence coordination number is 6. And in this complex the oxidation state of that is a cobalt is +2. Next nickel +2, that is here sodium, that is sodium EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate nickelate, that is -2. It is that is what is that +4. Here EDTA nothing but it is a simple ion, and nickel is nothing but it is oxidation state +4 because sodium having a +2 and EDTA having a -6. +2 and -6 means minus, that is a -4, and that side +4. Therefore oxidation state of nickel will be +4, and EDTA having it has the ability to, one molecule has a ability to donate the 6 pairs of the electron to the central metal atom. Hence it called that is a hexa, that is a coordination number is 6. Another example quote here, the tetracarbonyl nickel 0. Now here this is the neutral complex compound. Here carbon monoxide or carbonyl group having a monodentate ligand. Therefore, monodentate means one pair into four pair means four pairs of the electron donate, and nickel in this complex, that is a zero oxidation state, that is a it is a neutral in Ni, that is a remains, and it is a coordination number is 4. And this complete about that is a today's class. In next class I have to discuss about IUPAC, a nomenclature of coordination compound.